Yes, what's up? It's me, Richard, and I'm here with another episode of Religious Reasoning. So, we have a reason today, right? Let me know, of course, your comments below. Remember to subscribe. Yeah, so today I want to talk about morality. Morality, right? Where do we derive our morality from? What source should we use to derive our morality? Because morality is that thing that tells us what is right or wrong, what we should or should not do, right? So, where do we get that from? For a lot of spiritual and religious persons, they believe that their spirituality or their religion should be their source for inspiration or for should be their source to tell them what is morally acceptable and what is not morally acceptable, what is right and what is wrong. But that is really not a good place for anyone to derive morality from because of a few reasons. Well, for one, if your religion or spirituality changes, then your morality is going to also change. Now, morality can change because we have seen it change over time. We have seen a lot of things that used to be moral and used to be okay in the eyes of the people of the day. Now it's not okay, so you can't do it now, right? Because they realized that it was not okay. It was probably wrong. Maybe it was not wrong. Maybe you have two situations. You have situation where it was actually wrong, even though they tried to justify it at the time. And then there are also situation where it was okay for the time, but it's not okay for now, right? So that is the whole point. So when you come now to think about morality, you have to think about it. It has to come from a place where it doesn't matter if you're black, white, it doesn't matter if you're a Christian, atheist, Muslim, Jew, Hindu, it shouldn't matter. You should have basically the same morals, right? Now, because a lot of people's moral is influenced by their culture and also influenced by religion and spirituality, then we have variation, but it should not be so. Your moral, you should be derived from something more concrete. So a lot of people might say, well, what's more concrete than your religion? It can't come from that because religion stems from belief, right? So if I believe something different from you, then my moral is gonna be different. For example, suicide moral. Now, for a religious person, if they are gonna use the religion, right? One religion might say no, suicide is not moral, but on the other hand, another religion might say, well, you know, if you're backed into a corner, or if this or that or whatever situation, then go ahead. Or maybe they say, well, it's your life. So with spirituality and religion being so fragile, because like for example, and this is going to be controversial, probably this one sentence demonetize this whole entire video, I don't know. But let's talk about homosexuality. I mean, that's just one of the big one. It used to be that religious people say, listen, it's wrong, right? Shouldn't do it. That's it. But nowadays, that's not what happened. We have religious persons who are justifying the same thing. So when it comes down to your morals now, so because your morals are now tied to your religion, if your church changes a view on like homosexuality, then your view has to change as well. Because why? You're basically taking the question from yourself and passing it on to your leader, right? And then your leader has to come up with the answer. And then whatever answer he comes up with, then that's the answer you go with, regardless of, you don't even think, you just accept whatever he comes with. Now, morality, right and wrong, a lot of people don't realize that. For me, it's like a it's like a three-dimensional plane, for want of better words. So basically, there's right and there's wrong, right? So that is moral. That is what morality is about, doing right and wrong. Now, there's also good and evil. So you have good and evil, right? Good and evil. Something that is good does not necessarily mean that something is right, right? And also you have good and bad. So good contrast bad is different from good contrast evil. Right? So a lot of people don't get that. Good and bad is different from good and evil, and is different from right and wrong. So what do I mean? Alright, let me just explain what I mean by each word before I go even deeper into this morality thing. Now, if something is right, it means that it's a correct thing to do. It means that it is the correct, it's just the thing to do, right? So, if something is wrong, it means it is not the thing to do. It is not the correct thing to do. Now, on the other hand, there are things that are neutral, things that are neither right nor wrong. For example, let's say you wanted to eat KFC one time. It's neither right nor wrong. But if you want to eat KFC every day, then there's something wrong about that, because of what? Of the results. The result that you're going to get. You're going to get fat, you're going to get obese, and all of that. So let's look at good versus evil. Good, evil. So good vs evil. Let's define good. Good means that it does not cause any harm. It does not cause any harm to the person that it is done to. We don't care. No, hold on. Let me back up. Good, right? Means it doesn't cause. It means no, hold on. Good, contrast evil, means that the intention of the person is not to cause harm. No, evil means that the intention of the person is to cause some harm, or to get some benefit from whatever it is that they are doing. Now, let's compare that to good contrast bad. Good in this sense means something that is not supposed to cause the person which is being done to any harm, right? While bad means that it will cause them some harm. The intention of the person is relevant. So, for example, if let's look at spanking, for example. Now, you do something and your parents spank you, your mother spank you, your father spank you. The spanking itself, right, is an act of evil. It's evil, right? Because it causes harm. However, it is good because it will curve you into a better person, and therefore is the right thing to do. So, what about not spanking? Now, if you're not going to spank, then you have to implement some other kind of punishment or some other kind of discipline so as to curve to achieve the same result. If you do not implement any kind of discipline, then even though your action is good because it does not cause immediate harm to this person, the fact that it's going to cause long-term harm to the person means that it is wrong. It is not evil. It is good because it's not causing any harm to the person. But it's bad for the person because they need some kind of discipline, some kind of structure, and therefore it's wrong. Right? So you have a lot of things. For example, so let me give you another example where you can do something that's good for someone, but your intentions are evil. For example, let's say you have you have let's say you have some family member and really you don't want them to venture out for themselves. You just tell them, say, hey, you don't have to work. Don't let them get any life skills, and all you do, you just provide whatever you want for them. Yes, your intentions are evil because you want them, probably you want them to do whatever it is that you want them to do, and they won't have any choice. They won't have a way out because they have no life skills. So they can't do anything else other than do whatever it is that you say to do and live the life, right, that you want them to live. So that's very evil. It's good for them because it's beneficial. It's not bad for them. It's good compare bad for them because it's beneficial to them. They are not being harmed like at the moment. But your intentions are evil because you know that you want to keep them in a position where you can have control over them. And that is why that is a evil thing to do. Now, let's go back to the argument of morality. Where does morality come from? It can't come from religion, as I said before, because religion and spirituality, they are subjective. What if you find out a new truth tomorrow? You are going to change your entire morality. So if there was something that you found morally apprehensive or you weren't going to do because it's morally wrong yesterday, and then today you change religion, all of a sudden you're going to be doing that thing. So what is the role of spirituality and religion in morality? Well, it's there to strengthen morality. It's only there to strengthen it. It's there as a backup to strengthen morality, but it cannot be the source of morality, right? Morality has to come from somewhere more concrete, somewhere that anyone can derive morality. And usually, how we think about it is, or how I think we should think about it is, we should think about what we would like, right? So what would you like? So basically what Jesus said. No, this is not to say that religion, I'm just saying, Jesus said, do unto others as you have them do unto you. So once you think about it in that sense, then morality is easy to derive, and you don't have to be religious for that. Just think about it. For example, let's say murder. Is murder moral? So this murder, just say, okay, all right, let's not say murder, let's say killing. Is killing moral? If you say, is it moral for me to kill a man? Then with just that information, the answer is going to be no, it's not moral to kill a man. But what about if this man has killed other people? Then the argument changes, because now you are thinking about killing this man to save others, right? So if I kill this one man, I can save others. So then it becomes morally acceptable, Because why? Because now we are thinking not just of this man one death. We are thinking about all the deaths of the other people, which kind of brings in a lot of uncertainty. Like, for example, if 10 persons, 10 men, are attempting to kill one man, right? Is it moral to kill the 10 men to save the one man? Because when you look at it, you are giving up 10 lives for one. But the thing with morality is the innocent party is worth more than the guilty party, right? And that's always been how we look at morality. So when you look at some other things, just come right in line. Like, for example, abortion. Okay. So a lot of people say, oh, no, women should have the right to have an abortion. No. Also, something that's going to get this video demonetized. But I'm going to talk about it anyways. Abortion cannot. Let's look at it morally. The first question you should ask yourself: would I want someone to do this to me? And the answer is, if someone had done it to you, you wouldn't be here asking the question if you'd want someone to do it to you. So so it's clear. It's not moral, but it's not right. So what about in other situations? What about the situation? Does the situation help? Okay. Let's say, for example, you were raped. Then you might say, well, I don't want this child because whatever, whatever. And the reality is, the abortion is still not moral. The abortion is still not moral for you to have it. However, it's more neutral than um than being amoral, or than being immoral, should say, because it is something happening to you that you did not choose. So then we say, okay, listen, you having the abortion is not right, but we allow you to have the abortion because you did not have the choice. The choice was taken out of your hand. But that doesn't mean that the abortion itself is right. Okay, what if we realize that the child is deformed? Then is the abortion okay? It's a little bit more moral in that this child is going to come and this child is going to suffer because of whatever disability we can clearly see, right? And also, the people around this child is going to suffer. So it's a little bit closer to being morally right, but it's still within that neutral, you know? It's not really immoral, but it's barely moral, barely okay for you to do that. But if the fetus is already passed and you need to expel it, it's already dead, so there's no question. But a lot of people believe that morality is subjective. Right and wrong is not subjective, meaning it doesn't care how you feel. For example, if I have a child, right, it is right for me to care for that child. Even if I feel like that child is being disrespectful, or that child is this or that or the other thing, it doesn't matter. How I feel doesn't matter. What matters is that this is my responsibility and I need to take care of this responsibility. So that is more how morality is. It's not subjective. That is why I say it cannot be based on religion. Because if your morality is based on religion, then it's just not a good base for your morality. It can only strengthen the morals you already have, right? You can't base morality on religion. It can't be based on culture. It has to be based on something concrete that everyone can agree to. Like I said, do unto others as you have them do unto you. Would you like someone to come up to you and murder you? No. So you don't go up to people and murder them. Simple. Simple. We all can agree to that. But I spoke about killing. Killing in the sense of a human. But what about killing in the sense of an animal? We kill animals all the time. We kill animals all the time. So why is it okay to kill animal? Even better, why is it okay to kill some animal but not others? So as I said, it can't be subjective. It has to be objective. It can't be that we want to kill just this animal or we want to kill just that animal for no reason. First thing, we have to look at the animals. When we kill the animal, right? What is the intent of killing the animal? The killing the animal, we want some resource that this animal can provide. So, most cases, it's going to be food, right? Or maybe there's something else, medicine, or something that's derived from this animal. So, once we kill this animal, we'll be able to derive that. And so, we accept that this is something that we have to do. We have to do it because we need to do it to survive. So it's about survival. So it's okay to kill a goat or a sheep or a chicken because why? We intend to eat those meat, right? We intend to use that resource. Now, the other thing is if an animal is going to attack you. So, as I said, you are going to do what is necessary to survive, right? And so that is moral. You can do what you need to survive. And so you can kill that dog that's coming to bite you. No problem. That's okay, right? It's killing, but it's okay because of the impending danger. But should you go around just killing dogs because you don't like them? No, that's immoral. That's wrong, right? So you can't just go around killing dogs because you don't like them. But if they attack you, you can kill them. But the thing with morality is sometimes we say something is okay, usually because it's neutral. It's neither immoral nor moral. We say okay, it's okay. We can work with that. Because let's look at like a recent situation that happened. So the father was woken up by the mother to tell him that someone is coming into the house. So he goes downstairs, he hears someone pulling the lock with a key. Which person is breaking into your house is pulling your house with a key. He's pulling the grill with a key. Anyways, he fires I think 4 rounds. He fired through the door and kill his son. Now, a lot of people might say, oh, a lot of people are arguing, well, if an intruder is coming in, you have that right. But no, that doesn't make sense. That's immoral. That's wrong. Because you need to first see this intruder. Yes, he's intruding, but there is a way to resolve the issue that doesn't lead to his death. So, killing, as I said, can be justified, but it's almost always wrong. So, killing should be like the last thing you choose to do. First, you must figure out how can I resolve this issue without killing? And could he have done that? Yes, he could have done that. Why? Firstly, if he had waited to see who the person is, then maybe he wouldn't have shot. Secondly, you're supposed to wait to see the person. Only after that person is presenting an imminent threat or imminent danger to you where you cannot do anything else, that is when you can kill that person. But you can't kill someone because they are trying to open your door. You shouldn't. It's moral. It's wrong. And we see a lot of persons who we see come up with this moral argument, this moral dilemma, is police, right? No, I'm going to say something. If a soldier comes to a location and he kills you, I I can more justify, I can more feel better in myself. So why would I feel better if a soldier kills me than if a police kills me? Well, because of the role. A soldier is there. A soldier goes to war. A soldier, once he goes in, is there to kill. That's what he's there for. The problem is, most time when soldiers go in and they capture the person who they intend to target. They go in and they get that done. They capture. But most time when the police goes in, their role is to capture, right? But they always end up killing. One said that the suspect was fatally arrested recently. I'm saying that that doesn't make any sense. The role of the police should go in, right? And they should apprehend the suspect. Now, if the suspect retaliates in such a way that the only thing that they can do is to kill the suspect, then I can understand. That's fine. We're not saying police shouldn't be able to kill suspect, but it should be the last thing they want to do, right? No. Morality now. Going back. So suppose someone did a lot of shit. They did some stuff and then we got them and we carried them in front of a judge. Still talking about killing. Should it be legal for us to kill them? Should it be legal for us to say, okay, they should die? I'll leave that one for you. But as morality changes, because as we know morality changes, we have to accept the consequences of morality. We have to accept the consequences of those changes. For example, the queen made the devil torment her soul. She argued that in the days of slavery was legal, and so she has nothing to apologize for, except the fact that she is now, well, not now, she's dead, but she was the owner, or she was the owner of all the lands in all the former colonies, including Canada, Australia, and a lot of other places. So I'm saying, right, if she is holding on to material wealth, and she's holding on to wealth, right, that was heel gotten. They were gotten in a way that is immoral. No, not because something is legal, that does not make it moral. So wow. So if she believed that slavery was legal at the time, and so she's allowed to keep the ill-gotten gains from slavery, it simply means that she's an accomplice. She agrees with slavery, and if it was up to her, she would put back slavery into law. That's what it means. It means that once you say, okay, you know, slavery is back in law, then she can enslave you, no problem, because meaning that she sees nothing wrong with slavery. That's what she's saying. So her moral compass is broken. I'm telling you. Now, if she had seen something wrong with slavery, then she would have made an effort to do something to correct for this mistake or this terrible atrocity done by her foreparents. But no, what she does, she inherits and she enjoys all the privileges that were afforded her by these ill-gotten gains. So it means that she agrees with it. And so, where's your morality on that? No. the church, for example, was one of those places, that was one of those institutions that were for slaves, using verses like slaves obey your master to justify it. And you know, that is the reason why I said your morality cannot come from religion. So what happened? Few years passed, and then that view changed, right? Based on the same scripture. So if your morality was first, slavery is okay. No, all of a sudden your morality is slavery is not okay. But so the interpretation, or whosoever comes and decide that this is how it should be interpreted, then you have a problem. So your morality has to come from that special place. And to be to be fair, God has given us a inner moral compass. When we are doing something, we know it's right or we know it's wrong, right? We all of us have our morality. All of us are moral in our own way, because we all justify whatever it is that we are going to do. The reality is this: like it says in Proverb, every man thinketh in his heart that what he doeth is right. Because if he didn't think what he is doing is right, he wouldn't be doing it. Alright. One man will say, well, thieving is wrong, stealing is wrong, okay? But he will justify himself stealing by saying, but I'm hungry. Right? That man over there, he's not hungry. So if he is stealing something, then it's wrong. But I am hungry, so that's it's okay for me to steal. But the truth is, it's never okay, whether you're hungry or you're not hungry. But that's how humans are. They justify whatever it is that they want to do at the time, and that's one of the main reasons why you can't use religion, because there are churches with naked people running around in naked church, right? So how does that work? How does that work? Where do they get that from? Once upon a time, you had to dress a certain way to get to church. Once upon a time, women had to be virgins to get married. They have all these things. The morality has changed. Women are out there flinging their bodies all over the place and then expect to get married. The morality conversation continues. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll talk to you again soon.